Hi, we're here.
We're here. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Go Team Score Points, the podcast where each episode we learn more about the NBA games, people, current events. Today, Irish and Sam are here to talk about All-Star Weekend, Wemby, and play a game. It's our best episode yet. Okay.
I don't know anything about All-Star Weekend. I'm gonna learn a lot more than you this week.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. This is not a fact check by friends, but Hannah let me know today that Aaron Gordon is now an underwear model.
It's exciting. Did she send pics of the campaign?
I watched the whole commercial and I was like, yeah, good for him. He's like meditating commercial. He's playing basketball in his underwear.
He must have felt so ridiculous. Oh, he's in a cold plunge. I bet he's in a cold plunge.
That's what he's doing. I couldn't figure out why an underwear commercial would have him in a hot tub. But yes.
Yeah.
Game-changing underwear. So, okay. So that was not a fact check, but that's news from Hannah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great. From not in the email from my mom, but because of you, got her today's her birthday. The 19th is her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mom. I got her the cameo from Brian Scalabrine. It was so great. I recorded the Zoom call while she was watching it, and she's tapping my dad. This is a very surreal thing. He the first thing he says is hey, Susan. And you're like, what? How is this happening? And my dad was I recognize that guy, but it didn't make sense that he was saying their name. So it was very cute. They were very, very excited. She was giggling and all that. It was awesome. It was really, very, very cool. So good idea. It was a hit. Checking for my mom. She said, I also feel for the Mavericks and their fans. I have never felt very warm and fuzzy toward Mark Cuban, but this is a big deal. Do owners have anything to do with trades was a question. This does not feel like a smart move in any way. Sad about Anthony Davis's injury. So Mark Cuban, I don't think is majority owner of the Mavericks anymore. I think he still has some stake and runs the team, but I think owners are pretty involved in that. It's the GM's job to create the team and run the books and all that stuff. But I think that they're definitely conversations with the owners, right? The owners are the ones forking out the money.
Well, I heard recently, in this news of the trade, that Mark Cuban, when he gave up his majority ownership, he still insisted, I don't know if he insisted in it, probably not in writing.
Yeah.
He still really wanted to be involved with the team stuff. He really, I think really likes the team.
Totally.
This is his team. He's the guy who came into money and they were you could have, if you got $1 million, what would you do? And he's I was buy the Mets.
Yeah. It'd be if you asked August, what would you do with $1 billion? Mark Cuban just happened to actually do it. The new owners, the Vegas casino people.
That's not their deal. They just wanted the real estate. They wanted the land. They wanted.
Yeah. The whole thing with Mark Cuban's sale smells funny. No one seemed more into owning a team than him. I wonder the, conspiracy theory about them wanting Luka in LA and him. I don't know. I have no idea why that would make sense. But anyway, Mom moved on to Luke Cornett. She said, Luke Cornett has been very helpful for the Celtics this year. Phenomenal rebounding, both offensively and defensively. He's also good at blocking opponents' shots. At some point, I thought he was going to take more 3-point shots, but that did not manifest. I believe that the C's were coming off a loss before the Knicks game, and I thought that Tatum's opening dunk was a statement. The crowd was very into the game because there were many Celtics fans there as well as Knicks fans. At one point, they were chanting, "Let's go Celtics," and the Knicks fans started booing. She said she thought the announcers mentioned this during the game. And she said Spike Lee also talked with Pritchard while he was on the floor. I think he's often on his feet talking to people involved in the game. He also saw Chris Rock there. She said she didn't know about broken ankles, so she learned about broken ankles.
We are educating people.
That's right. And then she said, wouldn't Irish have loved Walt Clyde Frazier while he was calling games?
Probably.
He was he had his voice almost sounded like jazz. It was kind of soft, but cool and deep. He played for the Knicks a long time ago, but he did a lot of rhyming. So I guess this little kid, he might have been off on your,
I should watch some ESPN Classic.
You should. I don't know. Maybe it seemed more, I don't know, classy when he was doing it or fun when he was doing it or something, but I wish I could, like the scoop and the hoop. Whatever. It was like
Hustle with the hustle.
yeah, kind of like Russell with the hustle. I thought he sort of originated it. Anyway, we should look some of those up. He had like a nice voice and it was cool. But that's the update for my mom. Thanks, Mom.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so this week I watched one for the All-Star weekend. It was Candace Parker's team versus Charles Barkley's international superstars. Okay, so I didn't watch anything else about the All-Star weekend. Lots of events happening. Here are some reviews. This is a headline from CBS News. NBA All-Star game with little basketball and a lot of Kevin Hart reaches new low of wasting everyone's time. Yeah. From Yahoo Sports, All-Star game draws deluge of criticism for tournament format broadcasts and so much Kevin Hart. So here's what I thought the game looked like from me having seen 15 games.
Yep.
So I teach high school seniors in May in PE class where they're just like, best, they're phoning it in.
Yeah.
And at worst, they are proud. And the coaches seemed like PE teachers in May where they're like, just do the thing and we can all get on with summer vacation.
Yeah.
That's what it was like. Apparently in the skills challenge, which the internet hated, the Kia skills challenge, I bet Kia regrets that sponsorship. I didn't watch it, so I don't really even know what it's about. Everyone at Wemby and Chris Paul, who both on the Spurs. Did you hear about
I did, yeah.
They they got disqualified because they were like, so much that they were like, you're out. And Wemby says it's his idea. Everyone was like, this is Chris Paul. This is so Chris Paul.
It seemed like Chris Paul.
That's what everyone said. Wemby said that it was his idea.
I think there were like different amounts of points given for different like skills, shots and dribbling and passing and whatever. And they just kind of like didn't do the shots part. And there was like a time element too. So maybe they took a penalty for not taking the shots rather than taking the time to make them in, but the penalty wasn't enough or something like that. But it's very funny. Like just that they looked for a loophole in this all-star skills challenge and that they got called out and kicked out. This thing that doesn't matter at all.
And this is my suspicion. So in the game I watched, it goes to 40 points, like finally a short game, right? But Wemby, he just dominated. And it looked like he was trying. They talked about how he was taking it seriously. And I kind of wonder if like, you know how when you like get in trouble for something and then you like really course correct? Because that's just me.
No, yeah.
You get in trouble for something and then you're like, okay, I'm going to do everything by the book. I'm going to like,
yeah.
So I feel like, I wonder if he got disqualified from the skills challenge and then felt a certain way about it. And so he like really tried hard in the next event. Oh my God.
They're mad at me. Yeah. But yeah, maybe it could be. So I did not watch this game or any of the games. I read about it. What was it like to watch it? Was it like brutal?
It wasn't brutal, but it was like, what is this? Like you could tell that these guys never practiced together, but it wasn't even competitive. Like, I don't know, like yes, they were passing the ball to each other and it was fine. But like, I don't know. It just seemed like a slow game. They seemed like they were seniors in PE class, like just kind of doing the thing.
Okay. So wait, so you watched the semifinal game. They weren't trying. It looked like they weren't trying.
Right.
Okay.
But let me tell you about this game.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So there were several announcers. There were like as many announcers as there were players.
Right.
So like the first four are Brian Anderson, Reggie Miller,
your guy,
Candace Parker, and Shaq. Yeah. Shaq was late. Then separately, Kevin Hart and Ernie, someone from TNT.
Yes.
Yeah. Shaq did get there. He's proud to have ADHD.
Okay.
Yep.
Johnson? Ernie, I think it's Ernie Johnson.
Probably. Like everybody knows who he is.
Very, very famous. You would like that show, the Inside the NBA TNT studio show. It's like,
calm down.
Well, it's funny. There are like good personalities, and they like, you know, all three of those guys were really high level players. Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, and Shaq, and it's like a little bit of a real look at like what it feels like to be in the course of the season and stuff. It's less like choreographed and polished seeming than a lot. They're like honest. They're like
right. Yes, I got Okay, I got some of that.
Yeah, please.
Got a picture of that. Carl Anthony Towns got a logo 3.
Wow.
That was exciting. Basically, I'm on to like what the announcer said because that was most of what, like the game was fine. So there are 2 commentaries, the 4 main people, and Kevin Hart and Ernie.
Yeah.
So Kevin Hart, I have to say, it didn't, for some reason, it didn't quite work. And where he's just like kind of like making fun of the NBA. I don't know, which is like every year, the vibe is weird. Okay. So Candace explains that Wemby treated this game like any other game. He even brought a book, read it beforehand, he reads for every game. He and Chris Paul and another guy and somebody Barnes, is he on the Spurs?
Maybe.
Well, they started a book club. Don't know what they're reading. I tried to find it. Wemby's favorite author is a guy, it's like fantasy books. His name is like Brandon Saunders or something. And yeah, he's read all his books. He just loves to read. And then there's a video of them in the locker room and he like has his book or he was reading and Jokic is like, what are you doing?
Right.
He's like, reading. Okay, so the global stars win this game. Okay, then there's this like a random guy who was in a 3-point contest. So Mr. Beast, who's like this internet guy who my kids know and has like $1 zillion and gives away a lot of money. I don't know how he got involved in this, but he gave $100,000. This guy could shoot a 3-point shot before Damian Lillard could make 3 3-point shots. And he did. He made it. And cannot help but wonder, like, Damian Lillard, like, trying because this is like a regular guy who's going to make life-changing, like a lot of money.
But not. I bet Damian Lillard would rather not be beaten by some than like change his life.
Yeah. Okay. When this guy won, like put him in a plexiglass container of money or fake money. I don't know. Like had him kind of like in this like cold plunge of money. Like all the mascots came over super excited around him. And Sir CC was like right there. And his costume, you could see the back of him. It was like between the camera and the winner. And so he wears like some sort of like vest thing. And then he's got these like flesh bare arms with a tattoo costume. Like the costume Sir CC has a tattoo. And I don't know what the tattoo is. That's what I'm going to find out next week. What is this tattoo on Sir CC?
Any guesses?
I would think it's like some sort of like military Confederate flag.
Yeah. Yeah. Rattlesnake on there. So, yeah.
One guy said, he says it's a tall player's game. Like, yes.
Getting paid a lot for that insight.
Okay, then there's these 4 people on a panel talking, and one of them is Draymond Green. Do you know this guy?
Sure, Draymond. Is that, but you're
Draymond Green.
Right.
Who did he play for?
He plays for the Warriors.
Oh, he's current. Okay. So he is like very annoyed by this whole situation.
Yes.
He was very vocal about it. He said, this is a quote from him. You work all year to be an all-star and you get to play up to 40. When you have these guys, Wemby and SGA, taking the game really seriously and chasing after points records of Melo and Kobe, they don't get the opportunity. Also, we can watch some rising stars. Now we're going to watch the Olympic team after a united group. Come on. Okay, then they asked him, like, okay, on a 0 to 10, what would you give this? And he was like, 10 being the best? And they said, yeah. And he said, a 0, it sucks. So he really didn't like it.
He's a guy who kicked LeBron in the nuts in that game in the finals. And the Warriors were going to win the finals and have the greatest season in NBA history. And he kicked LeBron in the nuts and then got suspended for a game in that series. And they ended up losing the series.
That seems like, why is that necessary?
Yeah, it's not. But like they always talk about how like he's such a competitor. He's really, really good, unbelievable player. And like he like kind of needs to be right on the edge of like out of control to play at that level for him is what everyone says. I don't like the term outspoken about athletes. It seems to have very racial, like shut up and play kind of thing, which I don't. But he has been like very vocal and out in front of opinions about basketball and stuff. And he was very clear that he was not at all happy with what was happening. He was just saying, like, why did these rising stars get to share the floor with the actual all stars in the league?
Right?
So do you have a lot more?
No, that's it about the game.
So the talk of the last week is like, what are they going to do with this game? Because it's in May.
Yeah.
Right. It's really bad. The optics are bad. Players not trying. And I don't know if there's a fix. I can't understand what changed. Like in the 80s and 90s, the games were really competitive. The guys played really hard. And I wonder if part of it is player empowerment. They're like, wait a minute, like this game doesn't count. This is my livelihood on the line. Like, it's just as easy for me to get hurt playing in this game as any other game. And why would I want to risk that? And, give up whatever, like worst case scenario, the rest of my season, the rest of my career, because I'm in some exhibition game getting injured. It's kind of what I thought. But then it's a little bit weird that they don't care. Like they don't care about it. And they keep on trying to like incentivize caring about this game. But the plain fact is like, it's not what they're paid for. It's cool to get selected. Like that's an honor. And I think they probably do care about that. Devin Booker, right? Like deserved to be an all-star this year. But like what, in baseball a few years ago, they had the winner of the all-star game, that team league. So like baseball has American League and National. Those two play in the World Series. The winner of the baseball all-star game, that team got to host got home field advantage in the World Series. And they're wondering if something like that would make sense in the NBA, but it doesn't, because like there are plenty of all-stars who have no chance of playing in the finals. And again, like, why am I going to put all this on the line so that some other team can have home field or home court advantage in the finals? There's like money, I guess, could potentially incentivize, but they would have to be astronomical. Like these, even like if everyone on the winning team got $500,000 or something, I still don't know how much that would move the needle in terms of the competitiveness of the game. Because these are the highest paid. So I guess like I've thought about it a lot. I don't know what the solution would be. And I really don't know if, without like a major structural change about having this have real consequences for the season, I don't know if there is a fix to this. And I don't blame the players. Everyone's like, why, have some pride. Why don't they play? Like in what? Like they play, it's really hard. Basketball's really hard. They play really hard 82 other games in the season. I don't know if there's a fix or what it could be.
I think it's like oversaturation. I think it's like, I looked up why they have All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Do you know how it started? Okay. I can tell you.
Right.
In 1949, 1950, there was this big scandal in the NCAA. Did you know this?
Oh, this is what you sent me, the point shaving thing.
Like a big scandal among 10 schools where gamblers had approached players to shave off points. Is that the phrase? It's throw the game basically, but make it look realistic. And many players, it was a lot of money they were offering these kids. These are college kids, and it was $500 a game or $1,000 a game, which then was a lot of money. So people were arrested. It was a whole thing. So it was this big scandal. And then, so the owner and the PR guy of the NBA at the time decided to do this kind of to repair the image of basketball. And so that's why they had the All-Star game. And it was really exciting then. And then I think for many years it was exciting and the attendance keeps going up. But I think that as the game has changed, how much more special can you get? A 3-point shooting contest is, I don't know. I just feel like the skill, you were seeing these amazing skills every time you watch one of the 82 games. There's so many games to watch and you see these things that are amazing. These guys are amazing when they're playing on a Tuesday night, right? They're so good. You don't need a special weekend where you're watching them play again, but also watching the Transcend duo on the roller skates at the same time. I don't know. I just feel like it's nothing that special.
Yeah. One of the things that I had heard floated is that in the 80s or the 90s, there was a game a week on NBC, right? And it was probably Michael Jordan was playing or what, some big, you got to see stars that we didn't have Celtics games growing up. I didn't get to see that. even living in New England that weren't able to watch. So like what felt so special about the All-Star game was like, oh my God, we're going to get to see all of these players at once together. And now with League Pass, it's like, just go, I don't know, flip on Anthony Edwards or flip on like, every one of them is playing every night, always. And you can watch it always. So that, I think that's kind of taken away some of the allure of like the once a season feeling about the All-Star game. Everyone's talking about how to fix it or what's it. I don't know. I think probably just let it be what it is. Like some big corporate weekend where no one gets hurt. And like they come out the other side, like fine, someone gets an MVP trophy or whatever. But I think it's like, it's going to be a failing mission trying to make this game matter when it doesn't. There's no way to do that,
Gonna fix it.
No, I don't really think we are. I think it's probably okay. Like maybe they should just lean into the absurdity. I mean, football, which is a much more violent sport, but football has like this basically like flag football 7-on-7. They still name Pro Bowl teams, or maybe I think they do, but they definitely name like all pro teams. But in football, there's no tackling. I'm not even sure there's like offensive and defensive linemen. It's just like but you liked it because it was fun.
I just didn't get it. It just like really did seem like nobody was paying any attention to anything. So fine.
All right.
I have information about a player, but it's Dale Barnstable from 1949.
From the point shaving.
Do you want to hear about?
Yeah. Tell me about Dale Barnstable.
Barnstable. That does sound more likely. Dale Barnstable. Okay. He's from Kentucky. He played for Kentucky. This was such a journey to go on.
Yeah, I bet.
Because Dale, he was one of the people who got arrested. So he played for Kentucky and then he got drafted. This was a little confusing. He got drafted with the Celtics in like 1950. But he was also a teacher and coaching. So I think he played 1 year for the Celtics.
Okay.
Not sure. Then he taught high school and he got arrested for his involvement in this points shaving scandal. And he lost his job and he lost his coaching position. He didn't have to serve, like he got a suspended sentence and most of the people did who were white.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
banned forever from the NBA. And that's like really sad, right? And he got a job at an air filtration company in Louisville, Kentucky, where he worked until he retired. And that sounds like, he could have been a superstar. And then he just like worked sales for an air filtration company. But no, he learned how to golf. He became so good at golfing that he won the Kentucky Open or something, which no amateur has ever done. And as a result, Kentucky state golfers in their 60s are eligible for the Dale Barnstable Award, awarded for the best amateur golfer in the state. He got married. He had these twin girls and they ended up as actresses. One of them was Miss Kentucky, not nearly as pretty as the Miss Maine.
No, not even close.
The identical twin daughters were in a show called Quark. It was for one season. It was like a sci-fi. It was by like guy who wrote Airplane.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they were in the Doublemint gum commercials. Oh. Like every once in a while, you get on a Wikipedia article that really takes you places.
Yeah, like how far can you get in 2 clicks to Doublemint gum?
Amazing.
That's interesting. The identical twins. One of them. I mean, they couldn't both be Miss Kentucky.
Right. They were in all the same. Their IMDb pages are the same because they were always playing like twins.
Oh, right. Except for Miss Kentucky. That's very funny.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like that's like a really terrible show. Really, we should watch one.
Ran for one season.
NBC, yeah, but it's on Peacock.
Probably is. Yeah. So that's how the NBA All-Star Weekend started.
Because of Barnstable. Yeah. Wow. Good deep dive. I learned so much this week.
Great. Yeah. You're welcome. I have a game.
Okay, good.
Here's how we play this game. You describe the word to me and I have to guess it.
Great.
Should we time it? Do like 1 minute and I'll read all, and then you see how many you can get. And then we get points in whatever arbitrary way we want because this is our game and we're making it up. Let's just say we each already have 100 points. Wow.
We'll start.
We're so good at this game.
And each card's worth
100 points.
100,000.
Okay. I have not seen any of these. And I even divided them up like without looking at them. I had Ruby put in the prompt into AI, print them and cut them.
Who made them up?
The prompt I told her to put in was like, make a list of 50 words, either NBA players, mascots, teams. Okay, so it's like any of those things. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, 1 minute?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Oh, this breakfast cereal captain,
Can Crunch,
and then the things that howl at the moon,
Crunch Wolf,
and then put a
Timberwolf.
yeah. It's
Oh, their mascot.
oh, you knew that. I didn't know that. This is the basketball team in Ohio.
The Cavs,
Full name.
the Cavaliers,
From where? Which
the
city?
Cleveland Cavaliers.
Blank in the jungle.
George,
Famous boxing fight. You.
Rumble in the Jungle,
So that's the first. That's the first word.
Bulls.
And then this is a mascot, and
I knew it.
it's not like a buffalo. It's a
Cow.
no, not a cow. Another one. They have this kind of meat at Whole Foods ground.
What? That's 1 minute. That was 1 minute.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Okay. Okay, so I got 2.
You got 2. So I mean, it's not very long. We can do another one.
Because we have 25 each.
Okay. You want to do another minute? I'll hold it over here. You tell me what.
Go. Oh, this is where the All-Star game was played.
Oakland?
Yeah, but like which team?
Golden State Warriors. Golden State?
Golden State Warriors. Oh, this is Michael Jordan's mascot. Can I say it? Like
Someone the Bull?
Benny the Bull.
And I didn't know Benny. Flanky and the Jets.
Okay, this is the team. Their logo is like a boat, and they're not the Kings, but they're not the Lakers, but they're the other team.
Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers.
Oh, this is the Greek Freaks team.
The Milwaukee.
Yeah, you got all the teams. Oh, this is like the best team to watch. Everybody loves them. They're the most exciting team to watch. They're really good.
I think I saw it. Oklahoma City Thunder. I saw it through the paper.
Dang it. This is in. Okay, that's it. That was the Charlotte Hornets. Okay, do you want to go again?
Yeah.
How many points? Now, how many points did?
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wow.
You got 5. So you're at 600.
And so are you.
Yeah. And so am I. Mine were worth 300 each.
We're so good at this. Okay.
The Celtics drunk guy. Lucky. Yeah, that's right.
Hey.
Basketball team from Michigan.
Oh, the Pistons? I wish we had played this in November.
Oh yeah, forget it. Oh boy.
Yes.
The Carolina basketball teams. Do you know the Carolina basketball team? Do you know their mascot?
The bee. It's a hornet.
It is a hornet. Name?
Horny the
Nice. Yeah, it should be. This team is in Tennessee. It's a bear.
the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they all have.
The mascot? The Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah. No, this team is in New York City, but not the Knicks.
Nets.
Yes. This is Anthony Edwards' team. Your team.
The Timberwolves.
Florida team.
The Heat. Look at me go.
Another New York team.
The Knicks.
Let's say New York. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh,
LeBron James team.
the Lakers.
So many teams. This team's in Louisiana, Zion Williams.
The Pelicans.
But the mascot is a very French name.
Marseille.
It's alliteration.
Pierre the Pelican.
Yeah. So, the basketball team in Texas.
Spurs.
No.
The Mavs.
No.
The
third biggest city in America, I think.
Houston Rockets.
Midwest team, flyover state, famous for racing.
Kentucky.
No, car racing.
The Pacers. We're on fire.
Yeah, that was good.
We just each got 700 points.
You're not going to be able to read these, but I printed out a couple of them.
Should I just hold them and I'll superimpose the word on the screen later?
Oh, wait, is this going to work? You're trying to get me to say them.
Yeah, but you printed them.
I just want to hear you have to describe these. I don't care. I'll hold these up so that you have to describe them. You're going now, right? Is it your turn?
Yeah, I describe it to you.
Yeah, you describe it to me. Okay, ready?
This is a team in Florida.
Nice.
Yeah. It's so small. I can't. This is when a mom and a dad love each other very much, but they got a little bored. And so they brought in one other person to help out.
A double team. I love it. Okay, this one.
This is the mascot for Anthony's team.
Someone the wolf?
No, this is, I didn't know this. This is named after a famous guy from Philadelphia who invented electricity.
Edison? Edison the Franklin?
It just says Franklin.
Franklin. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Did you see it?
No.
Okay, this guy would be perfect at a birthday party. Babysitting your kids.
Oh, we did stuff the dragon. Yeah.
Is that the last one? Perfect. Oh, you want me to, here, give me the stack.
I don't even think I started the time. Okay, that's time. Here, look, see it.
I'm cutting out all of that. Your mom is our #1 fan.
She knows.
Oh,
I did look at these before. It's like
did you
it's like
print them? Did you come up with all these?
No.
Okay, when a guy says absurd things on Twitter all the time.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah. Okay, I don't even know how to. Okay, this one is. Did you tell ChatGPT to make these dirty?
I said, give me. I said, give me like 30 basketball terms, but mix in like 5 kind of inappropriate.
Wow,
things.
the AI really is ready to take over.
Yeah.
Okay, these are great. Okay, MVP. You know, for my MVP, I said Wemby. Wait, I said he tried really hard, or he was just feeling so guilty for getting DQ'd. But he did seem to try hard. And you know what? I like that he reads a lot.
Yeah. I'm going to say Draymond for my MVP. So I think basketball's an interesting place where there definitely was like a time where it felt very shut up and dribble kind of with basketball in a very racially charged way. And basketball has kind of swung the other way where Adam Silver, who's the commissioner, said like, anyone can talk about anything you want at any time. Like which is like interesting of itself. Kyrie Irving tweeted about some like anti-Semitic book and like got suspended for 6 games and whatever. So it was anyway. But I think like football, that would never happen. Ever, ever, ever. In football, like it's all positive about the game. Everyone's talking. And I think it's kind of cool that like from inside the game, from a player in the game, Draymond's like, yeah, this doesn't work. This sucks. He said the same thing about like the regular season at some point in the broadcast. Like he's like, there's no stakes to it.
Right. I wonder what he thinks should has he said. We'll look into that because I wonder what his ideas are. I bet he has some.
Yeah.
Okay, LVP. I said the NBA for making everyone do this. Send a participant survey beforehand and see what people want to do. They probably are like, I want to go on vacation.
Yeah. Jaylen Brown was on Jimmy Fallon, like selling stuff. And Jimmy Fallon was like, shouldn't the Oscars get the week off? Like, more than anyone else, shouldn't they get the week off? which was both true and funny. Yeah. LVP. He said the league. Is that what you said? Yeah, it's a good one. Probably the right answer. Yeah, I think I got to agree. I think the league, it's a problem. But maybe it's not a problem. Maybe it's just like, it's a corporate thing. People know how hard they make their money and like they try to make little tweaks to make it better, but they're not actually going to change anything that much. Maybe that's okay.
Yeah. Okay. Most confusing part. How did the NBA get this so wrong? They must have very, very well-paid PR people, media people, advertising people. So what is happening?
My most confusing part was why Caitlin Clark wasn't there.
Oh, yeah.
Just that she's like probably the most popular American basketball player under 30.
Yes.
Like what the NBA owns the WNBA. Like get her there. Have her shoot some threes or like be a part of the thing in some way.
Yeah.
I think
that would make sense.
Would be cool.
What did you learn?
I learned origin story of the All-Star.
Me too.
And about Quark. Is that the show?
I think so.
The Barnstable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good research. We have a good research department here at Go Team Score Points.
Yeah.
What'd you learn?
I learned about the NCAA scandal.
Yeah.
Like that was a big deal. A lot of people were in trouble for that. And
yeah, they take that stuff really seriously. Someone, I think, in the NBA got a lifetime ban for gambling.
Yeah. It's got to be so tempting.
Yeah. Yeah. And like odd payoff for some middling guy, right? To like go in some game where you know you're going to play a lot just to miss a bunch of shots on purpose, kind of have a life changing night.
Yeah.
For financial and other reasons, I suppose.
Yeah. That's what I learned.
Cool.
Okay.
Do we do it?
Yeah. Good job.
Good job.
Bye.